These are the 6 standards which RPA tools are following to ensure, there is no problem with the security of the client. So clients are asking us about this question: Blue Prism, data, privacy and security, or any tool. So client's question is, we are giving our data to Blue Prism. Is it secure? We are giving our application access to Blue Prism. Is it secure? Or it create any problem in future? This is the main reason why clients are, some of the clients are still hesitating to RPA. Here I want to give one example. Few years back, when I worked for Bank of America client, initially we were using QTP tool for test automation. But one new test manager joined my project. With his own creativity, he started some Python development. He called it as a Quartz framework. Some framework he started, automation framework, inbuilt-in framework for client, not depending upon the QTP. So we spent one year time for trainings, Python learning, developed the automation scripts, and later we submitted to client. Client said, this framework is not aligned to Bank of America security standards. So please put all this in your dustbin and continue with YouTube. That's what happened. The point is, if you are implementing any tool on production scenario, security is most important. If you are implementing any tool in test environment, pre-production, then security is not so important. Up to some level, okay, they're okay. They may not talk about all the security standards. That is one big difference between testing tools and RPA tools. Testing tools deals with test environment. You will not use QTP in live environment. Why testing tools are required? To do testing. Testing will be done either dev environment or testing or UAT. But testing will not happen in customer environment, right? I mean, in production environment. So the point is, data privacy and security is still one of the topic which clients are showing still some resistance to implement RPA. But lucky part is, Automation Anywhere and Blue Prism these two vendors are coming up with very good security features. Okay, so these are the how RPA tools maintain data privacy and security. The first point is single sign-on to Active Directory. What do you mean by this? Single sign-on to Active Directory. What is Active Directory? AD. What is Active Directory Controller, or what is Active Directory? What is Active Directory Domain Controller? What is Active Directory Domain Controller? The Blue Prism login. See, Active Directory Domain Controller means, see this, Blue Prism can be integrated with Active Directory of the management of user access and control. So your Windows Active Directory is for maintaining the user access and control. Maintaining the user access and control. There are two ways to maintain the user access. One is store the user access information in the Blue Prism database. Store the user access in the Blue Prism database. That is one method. Store the Blue Prism data in the Blue Prism. Store the user access in the Blue Prism database. Second method is, instead of storing the data, sensitive data like user access in Blue Prism database, you connect your Blue Prism with Active Directory of that computer, so that Blue Prism need not to store computer login details or user login details in the Blue Prism database, so which ensures security automatically. See, I'm trying to explain you in layman language. Two options. One, store user ID passwords in Blue Prism database. Second option, those IDs and passwords are already stored in the Active Directory of Windows. Okay, so you integrate. See, your Blue Prism started executing the process. To execute the process, it has to log into some application. It has to log in with some user details. That user information, it will not fetch from its database. It will talk to Active Directory, get the user details, log in. It will not store in the database. So, user access can be secured because Blue Prism is not storing the user access in the database. Blue Prism is not storing the user access in the database. How Blue Prism is getting the user access? How Blue Prism is getting the user credentials? But it is integrated to Active Directory of the Windows. What is the purpose of the Active Directory? So Active Directory domain controller, it is not a RPA topic, it is a Windows topic. So Active Directory, what is the purpose of the Active Directory? So Active Directory it is for management of the user access and control. What we are doing here, Blue Prism is integrating to Active Directory for the management of user access and control. To integrate Blue Prism with Active Directory, you need to install the separate add-on called as Blue Prism Login Agent. Do you have any knowledge about Blue Prism Login Agent? Blue Prism Login Agent is a separate add-on for Blue Prism, which you will not get with the original license. No, so it's a separate you have to purchase. What is the purpose? It is integrated to Active Directory. So, read this. Blue Prism Login Agent software is a separate installation providing functions which supports the automation of user interactions with Windows desktop operating system. So the login agent is used to log into resource PC to automate the login process. See, again, there are three methods. There are three methods. I will draw a diagram so that you will understand. Just I am trying to explain in a layman language. So it comes under security features. And do you have any knowledge about Blue Prism Login Agent? Is one interview question. Okay, so I have laptop A. Very simple example. Laptop A. I have laptop A. And in laptop A, I have installed my BP, my Blue Prism or automation where you have installed in laptop A. Now, the process step one is unlock laptop B. Unlock laptop B means log into laptop B. What is this bot job? What is this bot job? So what it has to do, first step, unlock laptop B. This is bot. What it has to do, unlock the laptop B. This is my laptop B. Unlock laptop B, log into laptop B. In laptop B, you have an Excel sheet. You have an Excel sheet. Open the Excel sheet, copy the data, paste it in laptop A folder. So step one is unlock the laptop B. Step two, copy the data from Excel sheet which is in laptop B. Copy the data from Excel sheet which is in laptop B. Copy the data from Excel sheet which is in laptop B. Step 3, paste the data in laptop A Word document. Laptop A Word document. This is my process. So what is first step? Log into laptop B. Laptop B is assigned to some user. Some user. It can be generic user, specific user. Laptop is assigned to someone or some generic user ID. So there are three methods here. One, first step, don't automate it. Ask laptop B person. So laptop B is assigned to, let us say, Srinivas. Ask Srinivas to log in always. Don't see, should always, this laptop B should be in, it should not be locked. It should not be locked. Then your bot can copy the data from Excel sheet, so remaining steps can be automated. Only login automation we have not done, it is manual process. This kind of thing is called attended automation. Attended automation. Attended automation means we have three steps. First step is login process, which is currently being executed manually. Remaining steps are automated. Now, this bot need not to store any user details. This is first scenario. Second scenario, you store laptop Srinivas user ID and password in Blue Prism database. You store Srinivas user ID and password in Blue Prism database, so that while executing, Blue Prism client get that user ID and password to unlock the laptop B. But it is not so secured method. And one more problem, if Srinivas changes the password, then Srinivas has to update the Blue Prism database, or some script he has to update. Are you getting my point? So second solution, not a best effective solution. Your client requirement is unattended automation. Your client requirement is unattended automation. What do you mean by unattended automation? All the steps has to be automated without human intervention. That means login process also to be automated. For that, the best solution is, there is a software in Blue Prism called login agent. The similar concept in automation anyway. There is some checkbox will be there. I forgot that actually. In Blue Prism, there is a concept called auto login agent. You install that auto login agent and integrate auto login agent to laptop B Windows Active Directory. So if your laptop B is switch on, if this laptop B operating system has power, then BP which is installed in laptop A can unlock laptop B by interacting with Active Directory. Which component will interact? Auto login agent. That is called unattended automation. So it is secured method. It is secured method to login. See, login process can be automated by Blue Prism login agent, which is integrated to Active Directory. So this is called one security feature in RPA. Here we have two questions. Can your Blue Prism tool supports unattended automation? Yes. How it is supporting? Auto login agent integrated to Active Directory of that particular computer. This is first question. Second question, can you give me some examples to prove Blue Prism is secured? Blue Prism follows security standards because it is not storing the user login details in database. How it is automating login process? By integrating to Active Directory. What is Active Directory? Which stores user IDs and passwords. So even I'm trying to ask my students to do some practice session on auto login agent also. You will see a lot of improvements in coming days. Every weekend we are conducting a lot of practice sessions with my team. So auto login agent, one interview question, unattended automation is second interview question, security standards third interview question, three questions. These three are guarantee questions in RPA interview, guarantee. So intentionally I am teaching this topic from 6:30 to 7 because the students who has missed this topic, they has to suffer in interviews. It's okay if they suffer because mistake చేసిన వాళ్ళు తప్పదు కదండి. What is auto login agent? What is active directory domain controller? What is unattended automation? How Blue Prism ensures security standards, because it is talking to other, it is automating login process itself. System login, computer login, it is automating. See, Gmail login is different. That's not so secure. I mean, Gmail login, application login is different. I'm talking about computer login. I will come to that point also. But there are some conditions. First, we'll complete about auto login agent. So the login agent is used to log into resources PC. The login agent requires, but if you want to enable login agent feature, this is the login agent screenshot. Okay, see, these group policies should be disabled. Otherwise, you know, this login agent will not work. For example, so the control alt delete disable usage access policy notification. Usage access policy notification means sometimes you will get emails. Your password will be expired in 30 days, 60 days. So if you have that policy enabled, then auto login agent will not work. When auto login agent will work, these are the conditions. Disable control alt delete to login. Disable usage access policy notification. Do not display the lock screen. Then only login process can be automated by auto login agent by interacting with Active Directory. Very good topic, auto login agent. It will be integrated with Active Directory of the any computer which you log in, or any server, any system. Then auto login will not work. Auto login software is designed like that. It's a limitation of auto login agent software. Any questions? Auto login agent. So what we need to unattended automation, to support unattended automation, auto login agent. Auto login agent will integrate with Active Directory domain controller. This point is clear, right? So now security. See, this is, see this is the point at least you have to remember if you are a fresher. Login agent, talk to password from Active Directory, no password stored in the Blue Prism directory. Login agent gets the password from Active Directory, no password stored in the Blue Prism directory. At least you tell like this. If you are a fresher, at least this statement is in. Okay. So security, right? Yeah. Hope you understand this point. See, Active Directory integration you understand. What do you mean by single sign-on? SSO. What is, see, all these are not RPA topics. What is single sign-on? See, you are working in TCS. There is a portal. If you give login to portal, you may open different applications. Payroll application, leave management application. You open different applications in TCS. It will not ask login time again and again because this is single sign-on feature. Single sign-on feature means, SSO feature means, you give login to portal. If it is, the portal is SSO enabled, all other applications which are integrated to portal, no need to give again and again passwords. Earlier in my company, For portal, login 1, same login. All applications we have the same login, but each application you have to do login ID password again and again. Now what companies are doing? Say single sign-on feature. Single sign-on feature means you give password. Just I'm talking in a layman. So give password one time. So all these applications which are enabled with SS4, no need to give the password again and again, which reduces user time, which reduces support. No, forget password to all the applications. No need to raise these many requests. So Active Directory, see, single sign-on to Active Directory. So this is the feature one, which ensures data privacy and security. Second feature is role-based permissions. What do you mean by role-based permissions? Role-based permissions means, if you remember, in control room you can create different users with different permissions. You can create admin user, different user. In control room you can create different users with different permissions, right? So who can access the bot? Who can access the bot? There is a role-based permission. So let's say I can see user type 1, user category 1. They can run the script, they cannot edit the script, or they can work only to certain bots. Their permissions are limited to only to certain bots. This kind of access control you can do in RPA infra setup. So this is also our simple example already we discussed. HR bot can execute only the processes or systems which are related to HR department. HR bot cannot execute processes or systems which are related to other departments. Like this, you can control at a bot level. How you control at a bot level? Bot is a software. How you control? The user who is going to log into that bot, for him you give the control. You give the access. Then, all the data or transactions are stored in the SQL server. What do you mean by this statement? Three-tier architecture. Already we discussed this topic. Three-tier architecture. Data cannot be directly given data accesses cannot be directly given to clients. So only through application server. So we have a centralized data which is restricted from direct access to client. So three-tier architecture provides security. Fourth one, session log. Session log means, whatever Blue Prism is doing, all the transactions will be stored as a logs, and these logs are available for auditing purpose in future. Logging. This is one difference between some of the tools. Blue Prism is very strong in logging. Logging means how each bot is executing. Every transaction Blue Prism store in the logs. So if you are a banking client, so some X company wants to do audit on how Blue Prism has executed the transactions, logs are available. So that it is easy to do auditing. And one more point here I want to add, any data, any sensitive data, Blue Prism can clear immediately, or if it stores in the Blue Prism database, it stores with TDE, transparent data encryption. Transparent data encryption. So any sensitive data can be cleared immediately, or it can store the data with the TDE, transparent data encryption. You can do some settings in Blue Prism like this. For one process, our client has asked like this. Blue Prism should extract the data from Excel sheet, it load to another Excel sheet in target system, but it should not store in the database. Yes, we can do that. You need to do some settings in Blue Prism. So Blue Prism only manipulates the data without storing the data in the Blue Prism database. So sensitive data can be cleared immediately without storing in the Blue Prism database. If it is storing the data in Blue Prism database, All the data, sensitive data will be stored as a transparent data encryption model. Transparent data encryption model. So these are the some of the security methods, data privacy scenario in RPA technology. And one more important point, say this point, I think this is an image, I cannot edit it, or see one point I want to explain regarding security feature of the Blue Prism. See, Blue Prism, Blue Prism contains rich set of technological and administrative features that support solution designers in creating solutions that are complemented to payment card industry data security standards. This is one high level security related certification in US. PCI DSS. Even I don't know anything about this certification. This is one high level. This, see, if any software is PCI DSS certified in US, that is eligible to automate banking systems. I mean, that is eligible to use in banking systems. Highest level US security certification, and Blue Prism Automation Anywhere are PCI DSS certified tools. So these tools can involve in any process. Even these tools can deal with sensitive data and critical process. Blue Prism features can be used to ensure that the appropriate PCI DSS requirements are applied for the type of data it is being processed. So it is PCI DSY certified company. Okay. So for the people, sir, can you explain me PCI DSS standard, right? If you have that kind of question in mind, I have a question to you. Will ఎంతమంది గోల్డ్ కొంటారు? హాల్ మార్క్ సింబల్ చూస్తారు కదా. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ఐఎస్ఓ స్టాండర్డ్స్ చూస్తారు కదా. వాట్ ఈస్ ఐఎస్ఓ? అబ్రివేషన్ కాదండి. Okay, so they have some rules. Right, we are least to follow. Don't worry about it. So just is Blue Prism secure tool? Yes, because it is this certified. Not only this, you should tell all the points. So all these 6 points. So it is easy for you. That's why I have written separately. Please write down it separately. So no need to give big paragraph to interviewer. See how RPA tools maintain data privacy and security. You explain these 6 points with example more than enough. And 7th point you can add the certification, right? So if you explain these points, then your Blue Prism is certified company. I mean, Blue Prism security interviewer will be very clear on your knowledge. Okay, so can I move on to next topic? It's all about security. See, so few more points. All this you have the material with you. At least offline students, online student will upload in a portal or some place and give access to it. See, the system manager allows configuring the users, viewing the audit logs, performing other management tasks. So there is a concept called audit log viewer, so that they can see, they can do auditing very easily in future. Auditing. What do you mean by auditing? How Blue Prism executed the tasks. How Blue Prism is using the data. So these kind of things can be audited, can be auditable later, because there is a concept called audit logs in Blue Prism. So they store, Blue Prism store all the data in a see this, Blue Prism store all the data in the form of transparent data encryption, TDE, transparent data encryption. Disk level encryption of the Blue Prism database and log files can be implemented using transparent data encryption. So these are some of the points. These 7 points are enough. Explain these points. So Blue Prism secured kada? This is the question. This is the answer. So any questions on security feature of Blue Prism? Fine. Next we move on to few more questions. This point already we discussed, high availability and disaster recovery. But I have some questions. Just I will cover these questions in 2-3 minutes. Say this question one. Question one. If bot is failed, if bot is failed, if bot is failed, so we maintain additional bots. We maintain 25% additional bots. If server is failed, how many additional servers we maintain? N plus 1. If DB server is failed, we can maintain replicated DB server. It is 25%. 25% additional bots in one line, 25% additional clients, N plus 1 application servers, N plus 1 application servers, one replicated data center. One replicated data center. So this is one important interview question. So this line you are clear, I think. We already discussed it. This is called disaster recovery and high availability for managing the infrastructure for critical bots. So hope this line you are clear, right? So how you ensure disaster recovery, business continuity, high availability scenario in RPA? What is the answer? 25% additional clients, N plus 1 application server, one replicated data center. Any doubts on this line? So what is the question? How you ensure disaster recovery, business continuity and high availability for running critical bots, means which are executing, critical bots means which are executing important processes to business. Which are executing important processes to run the business. And you need to draw this diagram. This is in your material. This is the disaster recovery scenario which you already discussed. Right. Can I move on to this line, this question? Okay. So any questions you have in business continuity, disaster recovery, failover, disaster recovery, business continuity? Okay. So yes, high availability. Fine. When robot crashes, process will not run. So how server knows it? When robot crashes, process will not run. So how server knows it? By server monitoring only. By server monitoring. Control room will monitor the server. How bots are executing. So that if that crashes, what we are doing? Additional backup. So this is a reactive scenario, no proactive. So we never know, right, which server will crash, which bot will crash. And next point, how DR happens if application server gets crashed. How DR happens if application server gets crashed. Change connection string to different application server and fire the machine again, creating a load balancer which always monitor the application server automatically connected to other application server. This is also we discussed. See, this is the first question highlighted in yellow color. What happens if bot is down? What is the second question? What is DR? Disaster recovery. If server crashes, if application server crashes, so this is a scenario if application server crashes. This is a scenario if client crashes. See again, please don't get confused between two topics. Failover is different, crash is different. Disaster recovery, failover are different. Failover means there is no problem with hardware setup, but one bot is not one bot is failed, then other bots will execute. If that crashes, the entire setup gets crashed. Okay, this is very important difference. Failover scenario is different. Disaster recovery scenario is different. Is it clear to you? What do you mean by failover? I have 10 bots. One bot is failed. Additional other bots will execute. All these 10 bots are installed in one hardware, one computer, one server. That server is crashed. Then it will connect to disaster recovery site. ఫెయిలోవర్ కి డిజాస్టర్ రికవరీకి ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఇంత చెప్పిన తర్వాత కూడా డిఫరెన్స్ అర్థం కాలేదంటే ఐటీ జాబ్ కి వెళ్ళక్కర్లేదు. అంటే నేను మిమ్మల్ని ఏదో వేరే క్రిటిసైజ్ చేయట్లేదండి. ఐఎమ్ టెలింగ్ ద రియాలిటీ సో దట్ యూ డోంట్ వేస్ట్ యువర్ టైం. ఓకే, సో hope you understand this, or you can ask me any questions. It's okay. And you have this material with you. See, in active passive mechanism, that means server 1 server 2 setup, if primary data center is down, then what happens to the work queue which is running on the primary data center? Any robo or op server goes down, nothing happens because work queue is stored in the database center as a common queue. This point already we covered. So it's a one queue. Multiple application servers interacts with the database via one work queue, via one queue, one application server queue. Okay, so nothing happens because even though application server goes down, your queue is in the database server. If data center is down, replicated data center. Replicated, each request is passing through main data center and replicated data center. Okay, right. This is one excellent question which I have seen till now. How many scenarios we discussed in disaster recovery till now? 3. Client down. Second one, app server down. Third one, data center down. Fourth one, your clients are interacting with some Gmail application to get the data. That Gmail application also have Gmail application also has disaster recovery. See, let's say I am opening Gmail. I will tell you. I opened Gmail. Fine. Gmail is installed in one server. If that server is down, automatically this application will connect to backup server. As a user, you will not feel it. You will never know that. Are you getting this response from the primary server or from disaster recovery server? Do you have that information? No. Now, one client asked me this question. Question is, okay, your client is down, server is down, DB is down. You have the answers for disaster recovery. My question is, the client is interacting with Gmail. Gmail primary server is down. Can your bot interact with Gmail backup server No, that is not at all a valid question, because what we are automating manual, how you are doing it manually, correct? See, forget about bot. Manually you are logging into Gmail. Gmail is down in primary server. What happens? Automatically it converts to backup server. So that is not a question. Right? So, but this is one point. It may not be asked in an interview, but one. Is there any mechanism? No, robot can connect it to target application disaster site. Target application disaster site. Target application disaster site will be automatically redirected. That our bot, you no need to write any code, no need to do any configurations in your bot. If target application primary server is down, automatically target application will be converted to backup server. So they have given this example. If IE is not responding, so can it connect to, can your bot connect to backup server? So generally, how you handle this scenario? If your target application is down, how you handle exception management? So where you maintain exception queue, your bot will try to reattempt. Still, if it is not working, if IE is not responding, then send notification saying that target application is down. Target application is down. So these are the some of the scenarios. And one more important point is coming to, it is always better to have a separate dev environment, test environment, and production environment. Do thorough testing of your RPA script, then only deploy it into the production. So multiple test environments are required in RPA. Dev environment, entire setup, test environment setup. So this is just a statistics. Right? So this is all about RPA architecture. Okay. So if you attend these classes regularly, I need 1 week time. So we have today 4 hours time, so we completed this work. And this is enough, more than enough. No, definitely interviewers also, I am sure, they will not know apart from these topics. So only managers, architects, leads will have idea about the infrastructure setup. Right? So thanks for your time. Already it is 7:08. So I don't want to prolong this session. So tomorrow morning 7 to 11 we will be having a RPA projects class in the same room, or you will get the SMS. In the SMS you will see the room number. 99% the same room you will be having the class.